Hello friends, in a bowl, add 3/4 of a stick or 100 grams of softened butter. Next, add 80 grams of sugar and 1 gram of salt. Take a spatula and mix everything together. Work slowly at first, pressing the butter and sugar into each other, then stir until you see a soft, creamy texture. This step is important. It creates the base of our cookie dough. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'd be so happy for you to join our little community. Your support truly means the world to me. I always enjoy hearing where you're watching from, so let me know in the comments. What country, state, or city are you in today? I love seeing pictures of your cities, and I truly enjoy how you all connect in the comments. Now, crack 1 egg into a small bowl. Beat it lightly with a fork until the yolk and white come together. If you have any questions about the recipe or need any tips, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'm always happy to help. Then, add it in small portions to the butter and sugar mixture, stirring well each time. Adding the egg gradually helps everything blend smoothly without separating. Now add a teaspoon of vanilla, mix again with your spatula until the dough looks creamy and uniform. Vanilla adds a gentle warmth and aroma that makes our cookies taste cozy and comforting. Then add 1¼ cups or 160 grams of flour and 3 grams of baking powder. Stir everything together until no streaks of flour remain. At this stage, the dough will look a little thicker, which is exactly what we want. It should come together easily with the spatula, holding its shape but still soft. Now, chop 3½ ounces or 120 grams of chocolate. You want some tiny bits that will melt into the dough, and some bigger chunks that stay gooey in the center of the cookies. If you're enjoying the recipe so far, please don't forget to give this video a like. It really helps my channel grow. Add the chopped chocolate to the bowl. Next, chop 50 grams, or about ½ cup, of walnuts. Try to cut them into medium pieces, not too fine and not too large. This way, every bite has just the right amount of crunch. Add them into the dough and stir with your spatula until everything is evenly distributed. Place it in the refrigerator for about 1 hour. After chilling, take the dough out and give it one last gentle mix. It's time to shape the cookies. Take small portions of dough and roll them into balls between your palms. You can follow along with me in the video to see the size. Press a few small chocolate pieces on top of each cookie. This gives them that irresistible bakery look with melted chocolate right on the surface. Place each ball onto a baking sheet, leaving a little space between them because they will spread slightly as they bake. Bake the cookies in a preheated oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius for 13 to 14 minutes. Take the cookies out of the oven. They are tender, with melted chocolate in every bite and a lovely crunch from the walnuts. But that's not all. I've got another equally delicious cake recipe, perfect for a family tea party or a cozy moment just for yourself. First, take a large mixing bowl. Crack 4 eggs. If possible, use eggs at room temperature. They whip up better and give us a softer cake. Add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup or about 180 grams of sugar. Take your mixer and beat the mixture until it becomes creamy and pale. This will take 2 to 3 minutes. Beating with a mixer here is very important. We are adding air into the batter, and that air makes the cake light and fluffy. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'd be so happy for you to join our little community. Your support truly means the world to me. Next, pour in 3/4 cup or 180 milliliters of vegetable oil. Switch to a whisk and mix gently until everything comes together. Oil helps the cake stay moist, even after it cools. Now, in a bowl, with 1/2 cup of yogurt, add 1 tablespoon of instant coffee. Stir until the coffee dissolves completely in the yogurt. You'll notice the lovely aroma right away. I always enjoy hearing where you're watching from, so let me know in the comments. What country, state, or city are you in today? Gently stir the coffee yogurt mixture into the whipped eggs. Take your whisk again and mix well until smooth. This adds both flavor and tenderness to the cake. If you have any questions about the recipe or need any tips, feel free to drop them in the comments. Pour in 3/4 cup or 180 milliliters of milk. Whisk again. Milk should also be at room temperature, so it blends easily without shocking the eggs or oil. This step keeps the texture smooth and even. Now, in a bowl, combine 350 grams of flour with 16 grams of baking powder. Stir lightly so the baking powder spreads evenly. If you're enjoying the recipe so far, please don't forget to give this video a like. It really helps my channel grow. Place a sieve over the wet ingredients and sift in half of the flour mixture. When we sift the flour, it falls like a light cloud into the bowl. Gently whisk until combined. Move the whisk slowly in smooth circles, just enough to bring the ingredients together. Then sift in the second half of the flour. This way, we keep the mixture light and make sure there are no lumps. As the flour gently settles into the bowl, it blends more easily with the rest of the ingredients. Whisk again, but do not overmix. Overmixing can make the cake heavy. Once the flour is almost blended, switch to a spatula and fold the batter slowly. Folding is softer than whisking and helps us keep the air inside the batter. Now, take a baking dish already lined with parchment paper and lightly greased with butter. I use an 8-inch or 20-centimeter dish. Pour in the batter slowly. Try to pour it right into the center and let it gently spread toward the edges on its own. Then, spread it gently with a spatula until the surface is smooth and even. Take your time here. An even surface means the cake will bake evenly too. Next, in a bowl, add half a cup or 125 grams of yogurt. Crack in 1 egg, add 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Mix everything together until smooth. The cornstarch will help the cream set nicely on top of the cake. Now spoon this cream mixture gently over the batter in the pan, just as shown in the video. Sprinkle some chocolate chips over the top. Place the cake into a preheated oven at 360 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. Bake for 35 to 40 minutes. When the cake is ready, carefully take it out of the oven. Cut a slice. As the knife goes through, you can feel how tender and soft the cake is. The base is light and moist. The cream topping has baked into a delicate custard-like layer, and the chocolate chips sparkle on top like little gems. The contrast of colors and textures makes it truly irresistible. Thank you so much for baking with me today. I hope this cake fills your home with warmth, sweetness, and comfort, just as it always does in mine. Thank you so much for baking with me today.